What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're adding another piece to the DC shelf. If you've been following the channel, you've already seen how this display started coming together. It began with the Bowen Superman statue, along with the comic that appeared in the Seinfeld episode. That brought in the comic side of the DC world. Then in the last video, we added something from Gotham, the Batman animated series Batmobile from DC Collectibles. And that piece alone changed the whole display. But a Batmobile sitting by itself just feels incomplete. So today, we're adding the character that belongs with it. This is Batman number 13 from the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series line. And before opening anything, let's take a look at the packaging. Right away, you can see the figure through the large clear blister. Up here in the corner, it says 13 pieces, which refers to everything included inside the box. The background uses the familiar red and black animated artwork. And at the bottom, we have the Batman the Animated Series logo, along with the usual warning labels and choking hazard text. This figure was sculpted by Irene Matar, who worked on large part of the animated series line. On the back, we see the artwork again along with some product information printed below. It's clean, bold and simple, very much like the show itself. Now let's open it. When it comes to opening these blister packages, I like to do it in a specific way. Instead of tearing the plastic off the cardboard, I slide a very sharp blade between the blister and the cardboard packing and slowly cut along the edge where the plastic is glued. You'll still see that it was opened if the plastic isn't there, of course, but once the blister sits back in place, it hides the cut pretty well. Inside the package, we have the molded plastic tray that holds everything in place. First, the small tray that holds the accessories, and then the main tray that holds the figure itself. Everything is packed in pretty securely. Now that everything is out, we can take a look at what comes inside. We have quite a few pieces here. The first small paper here is basically a simple instruction sheet showing how the figure connects to the display stand. Nothing too complicated here. The second insert is a bit more interesting. This one shows the other figures from the animated line. You can also spot the Batmobile on this sheet, which was released along with the figures. So it gives a nice overview of the whole animated collection. And on the other side, we have the artwork for the Batman animated series and the new Batman Adventures line. The display stand is simple white base with a support arm and a small clip that holds the figure. Personally though, I usually don't use these stands. I prefer displaying figures on their own when possible. Sometimes I'll use a small piece of double-sided tape under the feet just to keep them stable on the shelf. It's simple and it keeps the display looking cleaner. For the accessories, we have the grapnel gun, which even has a small painted detail at the tip showing the grappling hook. Then the batarang, which is pretty much essential for any Batman figure. We also get two pair of interchangeable hands, plus one extra hand where the grapnel gun is already molded directly into the hand. That molded hand actually helps the figure hold the grapnel gun properly without it slipping around. So overall, a small but solid accessory set. Now let's take a look at Batman himself. Starting with the head, which sits on a ball joint. It moves up, down, and rotates side to side, giving a decent range of motion. The shoulders rotate and hinge outward. The elbows bend and rotate as well. The cape is made from a soft rubber material, which is a nice choice because it doesn't block the arms when posing the figure. The hips allow the legs to move forward and outward. The knee bends and the ankles articulate as well, which helps with balance when posing the figure. Overall, the articulation works well enough to create a variety of poses. Once you start posing the figure, it really captures that classic animated Batman look. The design is very clean: grey suit, black trunks and gloves, yellow utility belt, and the blue cape lighting that was such a signature part of the animated series. It's a very simple design, but it's instantly recognizable. Now, of course, Batman doesn't stay alone for very long. When you place him next to the animated series Batmobile from the previous video, the display starts to come along together. The scale works really well. Batman fits nicely inside the cockpit, and you can actually see him through the canopy when the lights are on. From certain angles, it really looks like he's sitting inside the car ready to roll out into Gotham. It's a really cool combination. This is where the whole idea of the DC shelf really starts to come together. On one side we have the Bo and Superman statue, representing the classic comic side of DC. The Seinfeld comic ties that piece back to pop culture history. And then we move into Gotham with the animated series Batmobile. And now Batman joins the scene. My DC shelf is still growing and is starting to take shape, and seeing Batman standing next to the Batmobile already makes the Gotham side of the display feel complete. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.